Hello guys, I'm back to do another Godzilla movie review. And today we're going to review one of my all-time favorite Godzilla movies of all time, Invasion of the Astro Monster, or aka Great Monster War. And honestly, this is probably one of my favorite Godzilla movies, and definitely one of my favorites. Because of its score, the monsters, the monster fights, the characters, and etc. Well, I mean, it's not a masterpiece compared to the original Godzilla. It's still one of my favorite Godzilla movies. And also, let's start with the plot right away. The plot's about a group of astronauts sent by called Glenn and Fuji. They both went to discover a new planet called Planet X that was like right next to Jupiter. And then when they encountered them, they encountered an alien race that being attacked by King Ghidorah, also known as Monster X. Monster Zero. Sorry. Also, when the alien race went to Earth to talk with the talk with the people there to get permission to use Godzilla and Rodan to fight Ghidorah, so they would lure Ghidorah away. When they sent the monsters to Planet X, Ghidorah returned to start fighting again, and there's the moment I literally loved about this movie, the Godzilla victory dance. That part literally is probably one of the most hilarious moments in history. And it's probably one of my favorite Godzilla moments of all time. So let's continue the plot. After Ghidorah was defeated, we just sent back to outer space again. The Glenn, Fuji, and Dr. Sakurai returned back to Earth, but then they realized that the aliens are like doing something, and like planning something to take over to colonize Earth. So the humans like trying to refuse their idea that the alien race would take over the world, and then when they refused, the alien the the Xilians sent down the three monsters under control by them so they can destroy Japan and etc. Until when the humans discovered some kind of magnetic wave so they can take down the aliens, and it probably worked. And then monsters return back to normal selves, and they're fighting again, and that's all for the movie. And I gotta say, this movie is goddamn awesome. Great characters, great special effects. Well, despite its stock footage, but at least the movie's still really good. It's really decent. There's not much. This is actually one of my favorite Godzilla movies. Well, second favorite Godzilla movie, because the score for this movie is fucking awesome. And thanks to Akira Fukuba for creating it, because if you don't have that, this movie wouldn't be a masterpiece thanks to that song. Well, not a masterpiece, but it's still one of my favorite Godzilla movies of all time, and probably one of my favorites. And yeah, despite they have some stock footage in there, that's the only weakness that I don't put as first as the original Godzilla, the Godzilla film. At least this movie's still great. It's still great as a whole. And also, guys, I created a tribute for this movie, and it has a soundtrack, has this montage of all the scenes from the movie itself. And yeah, if you didn't know about the tribute, go check it out in the link in the description below. So yeah, this movie is probably one of my favorites, and yeah, this movie is actually really great, really decent, really. It's actually the first time that we have seen Godzilla or any monster go into outer space and then they just battle there or something. So, yeah, it really cool. It'd be really cool if Godzilla or any monster were fighting the moon. That would probably be one of the most hilarious if they did that. So well, that's my review for this movie. So that's all for today. Be sure to like, subscribe, and have a good day.